Hey guys, this is going to be a quick video going over the most missed questions from our quiz yesterday. They were 3-word problems, so I'm not super surprised. I think that's what we need the most practice with. So I'm just going to make this video. Hopefully it helps. If you have any other questions about word problems and you want to go over some together, remember I do have tutoring. So I assume if you're not coming to tutoring, it's because you don't need help. But my tutoring schedule is in Schoology. It's Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. I have 5th period, but if you need me on Monday or Friday, I'm happy to do that as well. And then I have after school tutoring several days a week virtually. So all of that is virtual. It's on Google Meet. So if you need help, please come to tutoring. Or if I'm not available, just message me and I'm happy to help, and we can probably set up a time. All right. So the most missed question here for our virtual students who have taken it so far, at least at the time that I'm recording this, was this question here. So an investment is worth $3,672 in 1994. By 1998, it has grown to $5,512. Let I be the value of the investment in the year X, where X is the years since 1994. Write a linear function that models I, the value of the investment, in terms of X, the years since 1994. Okay, so you're modeling I in terms of X, and so you know that's the money is going to be Y. Your dependent variable. Your investment is the Y value. You can tell that by looking here. You have I of X, so the investment is going to be the Y value. And then you have in terms of X, which is going to be the years since 1994. So your years are X, but it's not just the year, it's the years since 1994. So let's look at the information that they gave us in the word problem and see what 2 points they gave us. So first they say we have an investment worth $3,672. That's going to be your Y value. And that was in the year 1994. Well, my X value is not going to be 1994 because remember they said X is the year since 1994. They said that in the original problem and in part A. So that means that the 1994 is how many years since 1994? 0. Okay, so that's your point. Okay, let's try the next one. By 1998, so how many years since 1994 is that? That is 4 years since 1994. And then your Y value is the investment amount, $5,512. Okay, so those are the 2 points. Write a linear function that models this. Okay, so first to write a function, you're going to need the slope. So we'll do y2 minus y1. So we'll do, let's make this go back to full screen. Okay, so let's let this guy is x1, y1, x2, y2. So to find the slope, I'll do 5,512 minus 3,672 over 4 minus 0. Okay, and then you can type that into your calculator. 5512 minus 3672 divided by 4. I got 460. So that's my slope. So my function, I of x, is going to be 460x, just plugging in my slope. Now we need our y-intercept. So sometimes you are given the y-intercept, and other times you have to find it. In this particular problem, you have the y-intercept here. Because they gave you the investment in the year 1994, and 1994 was considered 0, 0 years since 1994, you've got the y-intercept. So then you can just plug that in for B. Now, let's say they did not give you the y-intercept as one of your points. Then you could plug in either point for x and I of x and y, and solve for B. So same thing, just takes a little bit more work if they didn't give you the y-intercept as one of your points. All right, so there is my equation. So that should have been part A. Part B, what is the value of the investment this year, 2021, according to the linear equation? So 2021 is how many years since 1994? Well, you can just do that in your calculator if you need to. And that's 27 years. So that's x equals 27. It's 27 years since 1994. So for B, you're gonna do I of 27 to find the value of the investment in the year 2021. Okay, so 460 times 27 plus 3672, doing that in my calculator, I got 16092, so $16,092. All right, so that was the most missed question. Let's take a look at, oh, nope, I have another one on this page, I forgot. This was the second most missed question, our parallelogram problem. So this was in your notes, and then you should have been practicing these questions as well in the practice assignment on Friday. But a lot of people seem to struggle with it. Find the area of a parallelogram bounded by the x-axis. So when it says bounded by, that just means that the edges of your parallelogram are going to be these 4 lines. They give you 4 lines, and that makes up the sides of the parallelogram. So I'm going to sketch a graph and putting all of these lines on there. So first the x-axis, easy line. The line y equals 3. The line f of x equals negative x plus 11. So I've got a y-intercept of 11. Doesn't have to be drawn to scale, it's okay. Negative slope, so it's going to be going down like that. And then we also have a line parallel to f of x passing through the point 6, 8. So let's call that g of x. If it's parallel to f of x, then it has a negative 1 slope, so negative x. But we do not know the y-intercept for that function. So what you have to do is take the point that they gave you, 6, 8, and plug it in. So you've got 8 for y, 6 for x, so B is 14. So that last line is negative x plus 14. So y-intercept is 14. Slope is the same as the slope of f of x, that negative x. They should look parallel on your graph. Okay, so now hopefully you can see that area that those 4 lines bounds is the parallelogram that we're looking at. Great. Now let's see what we need. So for area of a parallelogram, the formula is base times height. So this is our base here, and then your height has to be perpendicular to that. So it's just going to be this there. So we need to know those lengths. Well, you could find the x-intercepts of both of your lines. So the x-intercept of this line here The x-intercept, remember, is where y equals 0. So if I plug in 0 for y, and then I solve for x, I get x equals 11. So this point is 11. And then for this one, plugging in 0 for y and solving for x, just adding the x over, x equals 14. Okay, so now I've got b, the base is from 11 to 14, that is 3. And then your height is just going from the x-axis up to the line y equals 3, so that's a distance of 3 as well. So 3 times 3 should give you the area of 9. So sketch out all your lines, figure out the length of the base and the height, and then you can multiply. The hardest part is probably just finding that missing equation that they didn't directly give you in the problem. But just remember, they give you that it's parallel to f of x, so that gives you your slope, and then they give you this point so that you can find your y-intercept. All right, and then the third most missed problem I'm going to go over, and the last one I will go over in this video, is the hot dog problem. A vendor has learned that by pricing hot dogs at $1.75, sales will reach 128 hot dogs per day. Raising the price to $2.50 will cause the sales to fall to 98 hot dogs per day. Obviously, if you make something more expensive, fewer people are prone to buy it, right? So part A, write a linear function that models the number of hot dogs sold per day, h of x, when the price is x dollars each. So we see that price is x, and the number of hot dogs sold per day is your y. So first, to write the function, we need to find the slope. So again, remember, x is the dollars, so money, and then y is your hot dogs sold. So let's look at the 2 points that they gave us in this problem. Anytime they give you 2 pieces of data, those are 2 points, right? And so we can use those to find the slope and anything else we need. Okay, so 1.75, since that's your x, x is your dollars, results in 128 hot dogs per day. And then your other point, 250, results in 98. Okay, now we'll calculate our slope. So I can do 128 minus 98 over 1.75 minus 2.5. I'll type that in the calculator. Negative 40. So my slope is negative 40. We're asked for the function, not just the slope. So I have negative 40x, and then I need to find my y-intercept. Now, this problem did not give you the y-intercept, so we're going to have to solve for it. So far my function is h of x equals negative 40x plus b. So to solve for my y-intercept, I'm going to plug in either one of the points that they gave me. So I'll plug in 128 for h and 1.75 for x. So I just plugged in this point, and now I can solve for b. So negative 40 times 1.75, that gives me negative 70. Add the 70 over. $198. So your y-intercept is 198. Okay, now use your equation to determine what price would cause hot dog sales to hit 0. So I'm plugging 0 in for h, the hot dog sales. So that will give me 0, and I'm using this equation from part A that we got, the function 0 equals negative 40x plus 198. Okay, so 40x equals 198. Divide by 40. 4.95. And since x is talking about money, we are not going to be rounding up to $5 like I saw some people do. That would be if we were talking about like people, like you can't have part of a human being and then be considered alive. I don't know. So when it comes to population and things that have exact, that have to be exact, you want to round, but when it comes to money, of course, we can have $4.95. All right, so in order for hot dog sales to hit 0, they would have to raise the price up to $4.95. So higher the price, the fewer the hot dogs sold, right? Nobody's buying a $5 hot dog unless, man, inflation really got you. All right, so those are the 3 most missed questions. Like I said, if you have any other questions, please come to tutoring or reach out in some way. Our test is on Friday, and you need to be efficient and everything with these word problems. All right, have a good day.